Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to the Recovery Warrior Talk. Um, got a few announcements here. This is going on 30 days now, over 30 days for our show, and it's going good. It's going good. So just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you're watching from Facebook Live, you can also go to the YouTube page on Recovery Warrior Talk. That's just type it in and we're on there. So very thankful. Derek Marks Media got us going on that, and very thankful for that. There's some, excuse me, some announcements I wanted to share before we get started here. On March 11th through the 15th, we'll be doing, hold on here. Dang. We'll be doing Unchi Faith Spotted Eagle. We'll be having her yearly Braveheart Water Lily. That's March 11th through the 15th. Every day she's going to have something going on. So I think it's on the Wednesday. I'll be over there. Well, Thursday I'll be over there with Zena. We got a hour or two we get to share. So, just come on over, and very positive and very, if you don't know Unchi Faith, you know that she's so much history there. I mean, she knows our past, and she brings it to life. So just want to thank her for that. And so that's March 11th through the 15th. And I also wanted to thank the Lighthouse here, Scott Aldrink. If I could get up and show you this camera, the church here, it's beautiful. He lets us use a part of it, and I'm very thankful for that, for the Lighthouse, and for Scott and all the church members there. So it's good. It's good. Also wanted to say, if you know Dana Sanderson and Brenda Kokesh, she's at Midtown gas station. They're looking for help for the 605 Unity Jam for this summer. It's in July. Just some volunteers going by. You don't got to do the whole day. I talked to Dana 2 days ago, and it's only for a couple hours. He's got a lot of volunteers. So if you wanted to be a part of that, last year it was a big turnout. There's a powwow. They have check days from there. All kinds of different people there, man, and it's good. It's a good day. Indigenous played, I think, last year, plus the powwow, plus kids games, a lot of vendors. So, and I also know that they did a show on it, and it got sent over across over to Europe. So Wagner, South Dakota, and the Yankton Sioux Reservation is playing over in Europe somewhere. Yeah. So also I wanted to let you know that sober is good. Sober is good. It's awesome, and it's cool, man. So there's nothing wrong with being clean and sober. It's a good feeling. It's a good life, and anybody can have it. It's for free, man. So Chanku Techa has meetings. Zena Zephyr runs on Monday at 2:00 NA meetings, and also on Tuesdays they have Inipis. They have sweats over there. So Alan Hare runs that, and if I think those start at 7, and they get the rocks hot and go in and have a good one. Also on Thursdays, right here at the Lighthouse, we have an NA prayer group. I highly consider, if you want to make a change, it's a powerful meeting. I attend it, and we go in, we have our regular NA, and then it goes into prayer group, and you come out feeling, you come out with the Holy Ghost, man. That's all I can say. It's powerful, very powerful. I also wanted to say if you're coming through Wagner anytime, stop at Boom's Restaurant. Nick Dion, the owner, he has pretty good some pretty good menus there going on each day. So feeling hungry, go over to Boom's Restaurant. And also this Saturday, they're having a Bible study at Chanku Techa. Pastor Harold Marshall from the Vermilion Pentecostal Church is
No, apostolic.
I'm sorry, Apostolic Church. Yes, that's Pastor Harold Marshall. That starts at 4 p.m. on Saturday over at Chanku Techa. So if you got a ride, I mean, if you want to, you can start planning for that now, you know, so, yeah. What else? You know, just wanted to, thank everybody for tuning in again. And, you know, there's a lot of positive things going on in our community. You know, we got a lot of guests coming up in the future here. And, you know, that's what it's about. That's what it's about being positive, creative, you know, and about just making a difference. And that's what we're trying to do here, you know, trying to help somebody that's struggling, that's, you know, having a hard time with the addiction. And the people that come on here and share is, you know, I give them big, it takes a lot for someone to come up here and tell their story and to, you know, share that with somebody in hopes to helping somebody, you know, to, you know, get them off the street, have another, you know, thought of, you know, not using. And that's what it's about. So I just wanted to, you know, mention that, and wanted to thank everybody again for tuning in. Our speaker, our guest tonight is Mr. Culture here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, he's got a story. And so where are you from, Chuck?
I'm from Wagner.
From Wagner.
Lived pretty much my whole life here.
Nice.
Moved away when I was in my 20s, and lived in Las Vegas and California, but came back here and been here since I early 30s.
Nice. What stays in Vegas? You know. Yeah.
Those are some wild.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bud. Then, so you got a lot of family here, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of family here, a lot of friends here. Proud of where I'm from. I love being from here. I have a lot of pride in my home.
Yeah. So, how old were you, Chuck, when you started using, man?
I started drinking when I was real young. I drank and partied throughout probably 20s and 30s. But when I started doing meth, that was 2020.
2020.
And, yeah, 2020. My dad had just passed away, and I had tried meth a few times before that and just didn't like it. And it didn't do anything for me. But whatever it was about that, I always look back at it and just try to think what made me go that route. And I still can't, I have no idea. But I know when I did it, whatever I was going through, I pushed all that pain and greed.
So when you first tried it, did you automatically get hooked?
No.
Not yet.
No. I had tried it maybe a handful of times before, just, I don't know, trying to fit in with some friends, or it was real random, I guess. And but I remember the first time I bought meth and became an everyday guy, that was right after my dad's passing.
Okay. 2020.
Yep, January 2020.
Yep. So was it all downhill from there then, or
100%?
100%?
Yeah, I went from where I bought my first bag, and my usage was like maybe that last 2 days or 3 days, to by the time it had hit March, I took a month off of work to go clean up some of my dad's properties. And I remember buying a gram and I thought that was going to last a while. And 4 days later, I was back in Wagner. I needed more. And that's really when I got hooked, because I spent that 30 days, like really trying to just clean up my dad's properties. And I felt like I was making him proud and everything. And I really credited, in my brain, I was crediting all that, because I put in like over 300 hours in those 30 days. And I really credited meth to that.
Yeah.
And I was just brand new to everything. I just really thought, man, I'm Superman. Look at it. I
Clean the whole block, huh?
Man, I cleaned all of his property.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, but then definitely that was when my usage went just crazy, because once you start, and it don't slow down, it only speeds up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was still grieving through that. And then in June, my grandma died, my last living grandparent, who I was really close to. She passed away. So it was just like, more dope.
Yeah.
More dope.
Yep.
Just need more dope. And then in September, man, my mom called me and said my sister died. And that's really, I lost it.
Okay.
My life spiraled out of control, man. I didn't know if I was coming or going, but I know I had dope, and I know I could push it away. Matter of fact, on the day of her funeral, I was cooked, I was just gone, and I wasn't gonna go to the funeral, and I was in my work clothes, working in my garage. I didn't want to see nobody, didn't want to talk to nobody. And I remember my mom coming right before the funeral, and she's like, "You have to go to your sister's funeral." I ended up going. I was dirty, just out of it. And I was just, after that, it was like a few months later on my birthday, I found out that my next door neighbor, Ann Metzger, passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And that one, she was there for me. So I don't know, I just took all that. There was so much pain there, and dope was my medicine. Like I went from 0 to 60.
Here, use this one, bro. Go ahead.
And I didn't even know how far I'd spiraled out. I was gone. I was gone, just gone. And then
That's some pretty bad years there, bro.
just 1 year.
Yeah.
That was all 1 year.
Yep.
It was terrible.
And just not to get off the subject, but Ann Metzger was she was a beautiful woman, man.
Man.
She helped me in my recovery.
Mhm.
Nobody even knows, man. And she was always there. So yeah, I know what you mean, man.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
Hey,
she was. She is.
Yep.
So sorry, I just had to.
No, I'm
Had to
glad you
throw
shared
Ann
that
in there,
because
man,
she's
Yeah.
worth that.
Yeah.
She's so she's a very influential person
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah. So wow, that's pretty hard there, bro.
Yeah, and it didn't get any better.
Yeah.
I mean, once you start using the way I was using, like I smoked, but I went from, at that point, I was probably doing maybe a gram a day. And I was still trying, like, I've been a single father for 15 years. I'm still trying to maintain the family life and work. And
Yeah.
I felt my life literally slipping through my fingers. And, but as long as I had dope, I noticed that too. And during this time, all the people trying to support me, I had started pushing them away.
Yeah.
And I noticed my circle went from love and support to, were you involved with dope? And before you know it, I didn't have nobody in my circle but dope.
Yep.
That was just really hard for me to look back at now, but you go through it.
That's what it usually does, bro. It just gets you alone, and that's all it wants,
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Then I had maintained through 2021. And then at the end of 2021,
I was I was cooked. I'm sure there was memes of me,
Yeah.
floating around. It was that, I was like that. It was bad. And then, I couldn't even function at work anymore. So I decided,
Where was he working at, Chuck?
at the Wagner Building Supply.
Okay.
And then, I didn't want to be at work. I just lost every motivation that I had. And dope was the only thing that I cared about at the time. And, I was just, I don't know. And then, without a job and an expensive habit,
Yeah.
what's a logical thing to do? Sell drugs, So I decided, I had this great idea, like, I'm gonna be a drug dealer, like I'm gonna start selling drugs. And then, I was, I was still a rookie in the game, so I don't even know how to barely use it. Who I think I was trying to sell drugs. So I was terrible at it. And until like I wasn't, I guess. And,
So did any family members like try to come in when you were
all the time.
all the time, huh?
I can't imagine how many prayers my mom put up for me,
Yeah.
or how many times Zena came over, or Kim Archambault,
Yeah.
or I had so many people, and I would listen to them and I would say, yes,
Yeah.
but no, but it was just something that had a grip on me. And I would say and then I thought I was so cooked, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, like, not having a job, buying sports car for my son's graduation and buying myself a pickup and buying all these things I've always wanted, but I just, I've always been like kind of struggling. And I'm out there in the community and I don't even realize it.
Yeah.
I'm gambling and throwing money around and just acting a fool. And I'm blind to it. I was cooked, it's gone. But then in March of 2023, I got my wake up call.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, before that, I was never like a big fan of the system or this and that. Now I'll never say another bad thing about them, because honestly, that day they saved my life. I was on a death sentence, whether it was the dangers of how deep I was in the game,
Yeah.
or whether it was my usage. I had limited days.
Yep.
So when the state kicked in my doors, man, at that time, I didn't even cry or nothing. There was a relief about it, that I was like, I had already been, at that point, I'd already been like pretty much done selling.
Yeah.
But like when you're using 1.5 grams to 2 grams a day,
Yep.
like when they caught me with 20 grams and scale and baggies, paraphernalia, stuff like that. And the way I looked at it back then was like, that's not that much,
Yeah.
and that's how bad my addiction was.
Yeah.
That was like maybe 10 days or 2 weeks. So I was like, really, what did I get busted
Yeah.
with? But now I look back at it like, what?
Yeah.
You're cooked, bro.
So was like when you was in that, Chuck, did you ever get scared of, some things went down here, the Wagner area, the
Oh.
reservation, people getting stabbed, was you ever
All the
afraid?
time.
Was
All
it?
the time. When I got thrown in, my head cleared that first week, like, because 3 years of addiction and I didn't miss a day. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't miss one day. And my first realization was what I was doing to my kids.
Yeah.
My mind got clear, and I was like, I just put my kids in the most dangerous situations. Like, I was putting my whole family in it,
Yep.
And then I was like, not only was I doing that, but I know I wasn't father of the year those 3 years. I was gone, like it's hard for me to even remember what I was thinking about now. So that was the first realization that I had when I started getting sober in jail,
Yeah.
Then the second was my community. I told you I love this place, right?
Yeah.
And my second realization was just, man, you did that to your own home.
Yeah.
Like, you were hurting people, that you were hurting families. It was cool that my kids got to come see me in jail because I got to make amends with them before I got out. But I wasn't able to make amends with the community until I had to get out of jail first.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest part of it. But one thing I know about our community is how strong we are. I mean, we're strong from struggle. We're strong from hard work. We're strong from geographical location, living here in South Dakota. And one thing I know about that strength is that our community believes in seeing somebody fight for that second chance and taking that opportunity. Our community will get behind you, so I embrace that. That's the only thing kind of that kept me, kept me focused. So, and I can't lie, the support and the love that I've gotten this past year, I can't thank my community enough. Like, appreciate it so much.
So did like when you was using, did people try to rob you and stuff?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I was the worst. I was a rookie,
Yeah.
I was getting took and robbed constantly. How I even, like, having said that,
Some dangerous situations we get ourselves in, I mean,
yeah,
I hear you,
I look back at it now and I
it could
can't,
have been worse,
way worse.
something could have happened. I mean, we see what's going on here in our communities and stuff. And, we seen just a few weeks ago, I mean, a lot of stuff went down. And so, yeah, I know what you mean, bro.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I had Kim Archambault stop by one night.
Yeah.
And she was like, you were so out of place in this game. Like, everybody sees you and you're asking for danger. Like, she was just talking to me, just real, like she worried about me. And Zena stopped over many times. It was just like, what are you doing? This ain't even you. Where did this all come from? And
those are some good friends, man, to stop over.
Unbelievable.
And, to not, try to lay it into you, but, just let you know, they're there. And, those are, especially, they're good. They're good people, man. Zena
for sure.
Kim, they were on the show. Zena's a part of this. And, she, I'm telling you, with them on it, I mean, with them, in the community and stuff, helping somebody, they've been there, so, very big asset for our community, man.
yes.
Very big. Yep. So, so what happened at court then?
I'm still going through court right now. It's serious. I know how serious it is, but I'm doing everything I can to it's been a struggle, like getting sober, getting your life back on track, going back to a legitimate job, getting right with that struggle again. The money ain't like how it was. And just really my main focus was just getting back in the community and just showing everybody all that love and that support. I want to give it right back. Like, I want to show everybody they didn't waste that on me.
Yep. Nice. So are you working now?
Yeah, I have taken these last few days off because I get sentenced on March 11th.
Oh, wow.
So I want to take these last couple of weeks off and just, spend some time with the kids and get everything right. But a couple weeks ago, my life had absolutely changed. Like, there for a while, I was on the edge, and just with everything going on, and just it was kind of crazy. And I was empty. I was doing all these things and was sober and out there, like, getting all this love, and I was just so empty. I didn't know what it was. And then during this time too, like, I was in a relationship, and she was a big part of like me staying sober, and just a big support for me. And then that ended, so this couple months ago, and then I felt like I was doing all these things right, but I just felt empty inside. I didn't feel anything. And I was getting to the point, like days were kind of getting dark.
Yeah.
Like first time in my life, I was just like, man, something needs to change. Like
Yeah.
I was probably worried about court and just worried about everything and trying to maintain, struggling, you know. And Zena, I um, I spent my entire adult life either little to no faith, or you could almost call me a non-believer, right? When I was younger, I went to Catholic church and I was pretty involved in that. I was an altar boy till I was 16 or something. And
In Wagner here?
yeah, in Wagner, yeah, at the Catholic church here.
Yep.
But after I moved out, I mean, after I graduated, I never went back to God. Like I just, you know, I don't know. I just thought I didn't need him, I
Yeah.
guess, you know. And
Yeah.
you seen where I steered my car, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm reluctant too. I'm one of these people, like I just, people when they talked about church, I was like, it ain't for me, you know. And I
Yeah.
just I spent my entire adult life like this. Nobody seen me go to church. I prayed probably 10 times in my adult life, went to church maybe 5, and those were mostly funerals.
Yeah.
So it's just, anybody who knows me knows that that's just, I wasn't going to do it. Well, I seen Xenon a few weeks ago on a Friday, and she was like, we were chopping it up, and she said, Charlie, you got to come to this revival. And I knew what that meant. It meant church.
Yeah.
I was like, and I know Xena really good too.
Yeah.
So I know if I said no, she was going to be at me. So I said yes, you know, and then I already knew right before, I'll just call her and say, I'm sick, you know, like, I already know how this works. So, and that's exactly what I did. So I was like, I got out of it, you know, and I had no idea God's plan, and I had no idea how my life was going to change. I didn't even expect it, didn't want it, nothing. But Rihanna Zephyr messaged me that following day, and it was supposed to be the last day of this revival.
Everybody went on you, man.
Those two, it's easier to tell one strong woman no than it is two. And
Yeah.
after they tagged to me, like
Yeah.
I was like, fine, I'll go. And they come and pick me up, and for the first time in my adult life, I was going to God's house with an open mind, you know, and because I knew I needed something, and I
Yeah.
didn't know what, and I didn't expect that. I thought maybe if I wake up a little happier tomorrow, I will have won. You know, I just didn't expect anything really. And I remember on the way up to Vermilion, I remember, and I apologize to God for this prayer because I don't know how to pray. Like I said, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So I said on the way up there, I just prayed a really short prayer, and I said, God, if you're there, show me a sign that you're there, and let me know this is where I need to be, you know?
Yeah.
And
Bam.
man, Zena's laughing because
Yeah.
this next part of the story,
Yeah.
I guarantee you 90% of the people who ain't trying to go to church would have ran out of the church in a heartbeat. I was in the church less than 2 minutes, and I spilled a hot cup of coffee on myself, a steaming hot cup of coffee, and it's burning, right? But that's not the minute I walked into that church, there's a gospel passage, Luke 15. It tells about this farmer, this rich farmer who had 2 sons, and the younger one goes to his dad, or to the father, and he says, "I want my inheritance." And the father loves his son, you know.
Cain and Abel.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no. This is a parable that Jesus was talking about,
Oh,
and he was just telling a parable that, and he said he was just telling a story about this farmer who had 2 sons, and the younger one wanted his inheritance because he's done with the farm life, from the way I read it.
yeah.
And he just wanted to go. So the father loves his son, you know, and he divides up everything, and he gives his son his inheritance. And then the sun goes off, faraway land, and just blows it. I mean, he's doing like ungodly things with this
Yeah.
with his money. He didn't just, I imagine he's doing just wild with it, you know. And he ends up broke and just squandered it all. And he ended up where he was forced to go work for a pig farmer, and this pig farmer put him out with the pigs, and the only food he got was what the pigs ate, right? So he was at his rock bottom, and he started thinking about his father, and he was like, I'm not worthy to go back to my father. I'm not worthy to go be his son anymore, but his servants live better than I'm living right now. So I'm going to go back to my father, tell him that I've remorseful, you know, he's just going to go tell, I'm sorry, I did all these things. And he was just going to ask to be one of his father's servants, you know. And so he makes his way all the way back. And then before he even gets up to his father just runs up to him, hugs him, and he says, prepare the finest robe, put a ring on his finger, get him some sandals on his feet, and butcher the fattest calf we have, because we're going to celebrate my son he's home, you know.
Yep.
And that's how it felt. Immediately when I walked in that church, I just spilled hot coffee on myself. And I guarantee you, asking for a sign like I did and then doing all that, I guarantee you half of the people would have ran out of that church. But right when I walked in that church, that's how I felt. And I didn't know scripture at the time. Because like I said, I didn't pray. I didn't know the Bible. I'm all in now.
Yeah.
But I walked in that church, and the power of immediately when I walked in that church, I knew he didn't have to give me no sign.
Yeah.
I knew my heart right away. I could feel it.
Wow.
And then the living
spiritual awakening.
without even a word being spoke,
Yep.
the power of God being in a place.
Yep.
And I had no idea this was coming. The Livingstone Apostolic Church in Vermilion is the most powerful place I've ever been in my life. It changed my life just walking in the place. Then the ministry was like God was speaking right to me. I mean, it was Pastor Craig Marshall and Pastor Luke Wethy, and it was during a revival, right? So it's Pastor Harold Marshall's, it's his assembly, but they were the guest ministers, and they both, I don't know, I didn't even know there's another person in this church. It was literally them, God speaking through them to me. And I know Zena felt exactly the same way. It was the most powerful thing I have ever experienced in my life. So then I went to church when I was young, and maybe an hour lasted 5 to me.
So did you go down? Because at our meetings on Thursdays, we were praying for you guys, because I know like Zena and Rihanna, they work, you know, and they'd get off work.
Oh,
And then they drive down there. It's like hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes, and then get down and drive back. So we were like praying for everybody, like safe, safe driving.
yeah.
So did you go and I know they went like 14 days straight, man.
The revival was 14 days.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't want to go the first time, but that was actually day 6.
Okay.
So day 7 is the day I went.
Yeah.
During services, like I had this, I've never felt like this before. Like I was repenting, and I had all this stuff, a whole adult life filled of just coming out. I was bawling. I was sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Everybody's praying for me. We went up to the altar, and I felt the most amazing thing. I tried to walk back to my seat after that, after the prayers, and my feet weren't working.
Wow.
I couldn't really see well. It was just I was light. I mean, everything, the Lord had taken all of my burdens off of me, and I didn't realize how much that was weighing me down. So then I get back.
Feel like light as a feather after that?
I was in awe.
Yeah.
I was just in awe. I was blown away. And then I sit down, and then Pastor Harold Marshall gives final prayer, and he says, I can feel the Holy Ghost working in here. I'm going to extend this another day.
Nice.
Right. So you would have never expected, before this, you would have never expected me to go to church 2 days in a row,
Yeah.
let alone one. But I blew Zena up that next day. When you come and get me, come here. I'm ready. This is like 2-3 hours ahead of the time. Like, let's go. And I went for the next 8 days. I got baptized on the 4th day.
Wow.
I have been in prayer and scripture ever since. And I can't even explain what happened. Like when you ask God to come in your life, and I don't care how unworthy you are, because I was the most unworthy.
Yep.
You open your heart and you open your mind and you ask God to come in your life, He will.
Yep.
And I don't care. I don't care what you've done. I don't care. Like I denied Him how many years, and I come one day, and He's blessing me that day. Unreal.
It is.
I don't even know how to explain it.
You gotta, when He calls, you gotta answer, man. You know.
Yeah.
And I kind of just wanted to share a little bit. I mean, when I remember when I quit, man. I knew, you know, I didn't have anything in my house, man. Nothing but a mattress, and it was in October 13th, man. And the window to my house, it was a bedroom. My mattress was in the living room, and the sun come up on the east, you know. And I remember I didn't have no propane, man, and I had a couple blankets, but I had dope, you know. And you know, I remember that sun came up, and right when it hit me, man, I got warm, and I don't like you. I don't even know how to explain it. I was like, I know it's gonna be all right, man.
That's the power.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I look back at it, and that's exactly where I needed to be, and that was God's plan, because the way I seen it was I was trying to control what I was doing this whole time, and I always knew He was there,
Yeah.
but he needed Zena, He needed Rihanna, He needed the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life, Livingstone Apostolic Church.
Nice.
He knew I needed that, because any other place I might not have responded the way I did, but I can't say enough good things about just my experience there. And then not only that, but just what it's done going on after that. Like, I can't tell you how much prayers I said just today, and how many scriptures I read. Like I said, I know Luke 15 now by heart, and I could name several others because I've been in the book constantly.
Nice, man. That's awesome, Chuck.
Yeah.
So, are you going back? I mean,
I'm gonna come here Sundays.
Sunday.
Yep. But anytime I get the chance to go to Vermilion, I'm there.
Yep.
Like that's I would hope that anybody who's lacking faith, or anybody who's just questioning, or just struggling, or needing a change in life, anything, if you go there with an open heart and an open mind, and you ask the Lord to come into your life, I promise you, in that place, I promise you, you'll leave a different person. There's no way.
The only thing I hear about Vermilion and Pastor Harold Marshall and them is nothing but powerful, man.
Powerful,
You know,
the
anything.
most powerful. I'd scream it out every day if I could get people to just go try it. You know, it's the most powerful place I've ever been. This is coming from, like I said, I'm the most unworthy person to be blessed by God by any means. You know, like, if this could happen to me, this could happen to anybody. That's the power of what they have there. It is nothing short of amazing.
So, if like on sentencing, are you kind of worried?
Nah, not anymore.
Not anymore, huh?
Nah.
Right on, man.
No,
That's some powerful there, man.
You could have asked me this
a
month or two ago, and it probably would have made me jump off the ledge. Nah.
Nice.
Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all. The Lord's gonna do what the Lord's gonna do, and He's gonna put me where He needs me. So, nah. I've got no, I'm not.
Right on. You know, and I know Ann's smiling down.
I
Your
know that.
neighbor,
Oh,
you
I know. For sure.
I-
She's tried to get me to do this.
Yeah.
How many times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of her already.
No, she. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to. Man, she. What a good lady.
Yeah, for sure.
She's a big part of my recovery for. You know, for me getting clean, and I love that woman.
Oh,
You
me
know?
too. Me too. She
You
was like a second mom to me.
Yeah, she's. I just. And I know where Ann's at now. She.
Oh yeah,
You know,
for
she's
sure.
in heaven, and
Yeah.
even you know, her husband, he was cool.
Cool.
You know? Yeah, so
Yeah.
good people, man, real good people.
Yeah, we miss her very much.
Yeah.
We had a key to her house. She'd always tell us she wasn't home. Hey,
Yeah.
there's leftovers in the fridge. Go
Yeah.
get them. Or
Yeah.
could you walk the dog? When she messaged me in December and told me that, so you know how strong she was too.
Yeah.
She's not gonna tell you anything
Yeah.
like that's gonna make you worry.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really too worried. But man, yeah, I took that one hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the whole community did.
For sure.
Everybody that knew her, you know.
Yeah.
We went and seen her, you know, the day before, or the night really before she left, and yeah, it was. Yeah, she's a good woman. Good
Yeah,
woman.
very good woman.
Yep.
Miss her a lot.
So that's so awesome, man. You know, that's the power of God. You know, not even worried about. You know.
No,
Yeah.
and I mean, one of my, you get criticism.
Yeah.
Because I was the one of those people that said, "Oh, those religious guys are kind of goofy," So now I'm a goofy. But one of my buddies, he messaged me. He was like, "Man, Chuck, it's kind of ironic that right before sentencing, you find God and you're doing all these
man.
things." And
Yeah.
I was like, when I hit rock bottom, I became desperate. And I don't know who else you would turn to when you become desperate other than the Lord. And I knew I was missing something. And it was just, I look back at the whole thing now, and it was God's plan. Like it's God's plan for me to be here right now. Like this whole thing has just changed my life. And I can't be more thankful. I can't be more thankful to the state, to Zena for pushing me so hard. I can't tell you how many.
Xena warrior.
Oh man, she don't take no for an
Yeah.
answer, and
Yeah.
and thank God she don't.
Yeah. So how's your mom doing?
My mom is really proud of me.
Right on.
Yeah,
Right on. Does she live around here or?
she lives in Sioux Falls
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's probably watching tonight, huh?
for sure.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Her prayers are finally answered
Nice. Nice, man.
after how many years?
Yep. Yep.
My kids too. My kids, I took them to church with me, and I mean they're here today. We're close.
Yeah.
We're real close.
Nice.
We're close, and it changed their life too. Like they're asking me, "Are we going to church on Sunday now?"
Yeah.
And this has never been asked in my family.
Yeah.
And isn't that amazing? Isn't that a power, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could feel it in the church, right? It's
Dad, get up. We're going to church, man.
Oh.
You know?
like
Yeah.
I said 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago, that would have never been mentioned in my house.
Yeah.
And I feel so ashamed. I mean, it's hard to feel ashamed knowing how it feels right now, and this is where it led me,
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'm thankful that I get this opportunity to share this with my kids before that time ran out, because they're getting older now, and it's all perfect timing. I mean, this is God's plan. I have no doubt.
Man, he's always it's on his time. I figured that out, about 13 years ago, man. And the patience, that's what he teaches us,
Oh.
patience. And anything ain't gonna happen unless, when he's ready.
Yep.
And
Like I said about that parable Jesus was talking about,
yeah,
he didn't question me one time where I was at.
yeah.
I didn't feel that. I mean, I talk to God all the time now.
Yep.
He didn't question me why I was doing all these crazy things. I felt like immediately when I walked into that church, he was rejoicing. He was like,
Nice.
he was just happy I came back.
Yep.
And it has literally changed my life. Even my thought processes are completely different. I'm all worried about ruining my baptism now. Like, I don't know if I should be doing that.
Yeah, no, that's I seen it when you got baptized, man. Somebody,
Yeah.
I think Zena put it up or somebody, but
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man,
Yeah.
that's so awesome.
Just never would have thought any of this would
Yeah.
have happened to me.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it and didn't even want it.
Yep.
And now I fought the Lord so hard in my life. I feel like now he's saying, you fought that hard against me. Now fight that hard for me.
Yeah,
So
right
I'm
on.
ready.
Right on, man. They you know, we do recover, man. We do
For sure.
recover, and you know, I feel you on everything, and you know, there was times I was scared I was gonna. I know if I would have kept going, I would have been in prison. I know I would have.
Yeah.
I was doing stupid stuff, robbing, thieving, you know.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time, but like I said, that morning when that sun hit me, man, you know, I was worn out, man. I couldn't
Yeah.
go anymore. And got my butt up to the IHS, and that was the third time I went into treatment. And you know, the behavioral health helped me get in there. So yeah, it and I can't say I did it on my own because I didn't. You know, he had everything to do with it. So you know, the glory goes to him. And
For sure.
you know, all those times I thought, you know, I was lucky I didn't get caught. No, they were blessings, man. You know,
It was a blessing I got caught.
yeah.
I'm not even playing about that because as deep as I was and just the dangers I was putting
Yep.
my family and myself in, or whether it was what it was doing to me mentally, just the addiction that I had was insane.
Yeah.
Like I was doing
Yeah.
way too much. I was cooked.
Yeah.
Like I like that word because that's what you do. You're cooked.
Yeah.
And I was definitely serving a death sentence. That's why God has shown me now, like I don't fear the sentence anymore. Like I've already been saved.
Nice. So we're coming up on the hour here. Does Zena, do you have any questions? Anybody got any questions?
I'm scared to touch this. I mean, a lot of people are congratulating you on getting closer to God. A lot of people are going to be grateful to you.
Thank you.
Pam
Really.
Great story, Charlie. Praying, she's going to be praying for leniency.
Thank you.
You've got a lot of support up here.
I do. I can't thank my community enough.
Yeah. I got a relative out here, and I think he kind of already answered that, Jerry. She said you use dope to help you through your grief. Did anyone in your life, family, reach out to you? But I think you already answered that.
You know, they did. The hardest part about this whole thing was during COVID.
Yeah.
And my sister, Katie, she battles medical problems. She's a real warrior, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I didn't want to put her in any situations, and because she's already battling so much, so it was tough for us to grieve together as a family. So
Yeah.
and they all live in Sioux Falls, so I was kind of in a way on my own, you know, throughout that process. But they wanted to be here, and they, you know, they tried to reach out, but like I said, by this time, I was pushing them away already because I already was taken with dope. I already had his hands on me.
So do you just, is it just you and your mom?
No, I have it's my mom. I have a brother Casey, brother Mike, and a sister Katie.
Oh, wow, man. Oh,
Yep.
do they live here?
No, they all live in Sioux Falls,
Sioux Falls.
or Harrisburg.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. No, I knew your dad good, you know.
Yeah.
Your grandpa, your grandma over there.
Yep.
Good people, man. You know.
Yeah.
They're like old school. You know?
Old school,
you know.
for sure.
You know, where else can we go get pumpkins? You know.
Right.
And, you know,
Right,
they always had
watermelon.
watermelons. You know. Yeah, they always
Think-
had right down the street there. You know.
Yeah.
So even when I was growing up, man, I remember your grandpa and he always had the tractors down
Yeah.
there, and you know, so
That's where my work ethic comes from.
Yeah.
That's where it got instilled, you know, like
yep.
do that.
And I always know your dad was always helping, man. You know.
Yeah.
Always helping somebody.
Charlie, there's a question from Jerry. What date do you go to court this month?
March 11th.
That's a couple weeks, Jerry, and Chuck's not worried.
I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
I would have been a liar if I had said that, like I said a couple months ago, or God came in my life and just completely saved it. Like it don't matter. Like
Yeah.
He's gonna put me where He needs me, and I'm gonna do whatever He asks. So I'm walking with the Lord now. That's it.
We're gonna be praying for you, bro. And,
Thank you.
You know, I think it's gonna turn out good.
I do too.
I do.
I feel like I feel like He wants me out here. I feel like I want to help with
Yeah.
what you guys do. Like it's important. Our community needs it, and I want to do like I want to help. I want to help more like how you guys do.
Oh yeah, that's it. Just I feel like I got to give back. You know, I mean, that's
For sure.
how I've been feeling these years, and most of my friends, you know, were users. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some bad people out there, you know, that
For sure.
that do some messed up stuff, and
Yeah.
they. I mean, I'm no judge. I don't judge, but I mean, it's some things are bad, man. But you know, a lot of us are good people, man.
The
You know?
majority of the people that I know
Yeah.
that are addicted to dope
Yeah.
are good people that
Yeah.
made one bad decision, and that was to try dope in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
And then once that happens, I have so many people so many good friends and good people. Like I get it, the stigma of meth is terrible,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't see them as bad people. Like I really want, there's so many of them that are just so close to getting sober. I mean, how many times did you want to get sober
yeah.
when you were on dope?
Yeah. Yeah.
I told myself I was going to do it a 1,000 times, but you do need that support. You
Yeah.
need that system. You need that circle. And that's why I have so much respect for you, because you provide that circle, and
Okay.
Zena and Kim and Kara, and that's a team. And the more teammates you can get, the stronger you get. I'm telling you, I think things are really going to start changing
Yeah. That's yeah.
for sure. Really, I do.
I always tell them, man, you know, it's everybody's, you know,
Yeah.
Zena's, everybody's. I can't do this alone, man. So
For sure.
it's all of ours, man.
And like I said, if God will come in to the most unworthy person, like I don't deserve what happened to me. I didn't deserve God blessing me the way He has. I've avoided Him for so long. Like I didn't deserve for Him to come into my life immediately and just start blessing me.
Yeah.
Things have just changed completely in my life now. Others do deserve it. Others are worthy of it. They're much better people than me.
Yep.
So just making that leap and just asking God to come in your life, it's the most amazing thing.
Nice.
Leon, can you do the shout out back to the message that before the show is over? Sorry to interrupt.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh yeah. Zena wanted the people that did go to the revival, just wanted to say thank you to the Yankton Sioux tribe for letting them use the vehicle.
Yeah.
And to transport people to the community, from the community down there. A lot of people got saved.
Yeah.
A lot of sobriety that went on those 14 days, and it's still going on. People got baptized. So thank you the Yankton Sioux tribe, man. So
Yes.
it's that's how it's done. You know, we all work together, and especially for things like that. And but thank you for letting them do that. And so I just wanted to thank Chuck for coming
Oh.
on tonight.
Thank you for having me. Really.
And I hope the 11th is good, bro. I think it will.
It's got to be.
It's gotta be. You know,
I'm good.
it's gotta be.
Yeah.
And so next week we got Pastor Craig coming from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Wash Clean Ministries. Man, this guy's one of my friends. He's his mentor was Pastor Al from I don't know if you ever heard of Pastor Al. He's gone to heaven now, but Pastor Al was the coolest guy ever, man. He was a biker from California. He had a story, man. He got caught in Rapid City, hauling from California, went to prison, was supposed to, spend his life in there, but turned it around, got out of prison, and just helped everybody in Sioux Falls.
That's what's
man.
up. I
So,
love that.
but he, Pastor Craig, that's who his mentor was, and he's coming down next weekend, so that's going to be a good show. And
For sure.
yeah, so thank you, Chuck. And I just kind of want to make an announcement too that I got asked to do services at Cedar Church. So if you're not doing anything, it's going on at 11, and it's going to be a good one. So kind of anxious about that.
What time is that?
11 o'clock. Yeah. Mike Horndigo messaged me, and so I'll be doing it Sunday, and kind of anxious about it. So God is good, man. When he
Man, God
calls,
is
you got to
good.
God is
is
man.
good. Yes.
You know, when he
Is
yeah,
there anybody-
yeah,
Right.
man. So it'll be good. But thank you, bro.
Yeah. Thank you for having
And,
me.
I hope it goes good. It's gonna
Yeah.
go good.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
thank
you'll see more of me. I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
and I'm all in. Like
nice, bro.
I need God in my life, and
Yeah.
all the services that are provided. It's just, this is the most amazing thing I've been a part of. So this is it for me.
Right on, man. Right on. Welcome anytime, man. Anybody can
Yep.
come out, sit out, that's what we're here for, so, but thank you, Zena, for the controls back there. And Zena will be doing a show here pretty soon. She just, when she's ready to, she'll let everybody know. So, all right then. Well, thank you for
Yeah. Thank you.
tuning in.
Well, next week, can I sit in the appointment?
Pastor Craig?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'll be a minute.
All right. All right. All righty then.
Thank you again, everybody, for
Yep.
all the love and support. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you.